street food.
What's up, street foodies? This episode is gonna go in a different direction than usual. We're not gonna feature a snack. One of my street foodies, Hamilton Klein, in this season's episode of Viewer Mail, asked me about my process, what goes into making a street food video, how do I set up a season, and that kind of thing. And I've had a few other fans ask similar questions. So, today we're gonna talk about how do I make one of these episodes. This is like a behind-the-scenes look at street food. It's what all the fans have been clamoring for. Probably not. If this is of no interest to you, go ahead, quit watching now, and then tune back in next time when we have actual street food to talk about. Now, let's go behind the scenes. To begin with, this show is all about getting outside and snacking, so I went to all my favorite places. As the show progressed, I started to go to specific spots in the city, specific cultural sites or restaurants or places where I knew they had a specific snack, just in order to film that for street food. Now these days, the way I choose a snack or like a cultural angle varies. I'm going to use my recent trip to Chengdu as an example. So we had to go to Chengdu to renew a passport, and while we were there I figured I'd snack a little. In Chengdu, I connected with Trevor James, aka the Food Ranger. Here we are snacking on a little bit of Chengdu Rabbit Head. Trevor's got a lot of great videos on street food and on travel. I'll link him at the end of this video and in the description. Make sure you check his stuff out.
People just seem to be not in a rush. You walk around, relax, play cards, play mahjong.
Now through a conversation with Trevor, I was able to narrow down what I wanted the cultural angle of this episode to be, which was kind of the specific culture of Chengdu City, what's particular to that city and its way of life. So I had a bunch of snacks, I went to a bunch of different places, and then after the trip, I sort of mentally divided the material into what I think will be the future episodes. Now, for the most part, that's how I choose what I'm going to cover. I hear about a snack that's noteworthy or a location that I should visit, and I do an episode about that. Sometimes I just see a snack on the street, and I try it, and then I feature that in a video as well. I also want to note that my highest donors on Patreon have the perk, if they so desire, to choose a snack or a topic and ask me to cover it in a video, which I'll do. You can check out Patreon to learn more about that. So I never script anything in advance. I just go, I shoot it, and then afterwards I see what I get. I used this to film on for a long time. It's an Insignia flip cam, and then that died. I've used this old iPhone before. Sometimes I'll shoot on an iPad. All of my best looking videos are shot on a DSLR, which I borrowed from a friend. It's also what I'm using to shoot this vlog right now. Of course, I'd like to purchase my own, which is another reason I joined Patreon, or sold out, as some of my fans put it. Thanks, guys. Now, once I've got enough snacks in the can, oh snap, comm major term. Now, at this point, I plan out my season, and I like to be pretty detailed. Here's a look at what I'm currently planning for season 7. I've got some snacks, some cultural ideas. At this point, I start writing a script. I know it may seem like these vlogs are off the top of my head, but they are not. I write a script, I polish my jokes or whatever, and I set up my lights. Thank you, patrons. And I record the vlog. After that, it's just a matter of editing, upload it, promote it, which I'm terrible at. Thank you guys again, by the way, if you share my videos, I really appreciate it. I don't know if you've enjoyed this peek into my process or not. Maybe all of this was obvious and I'm wasting my breath. If so, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. You street foodies are the best fans ever. More Street Food Season 6 coming soon. Until then, I'll eat it on the street. Watch out for the parasite.
Street food.
Oh, it's fireworks. Why are those firecrackers going off? A, a wedding. B, opening of a new restaurant. C, D, juvenile delinquents. E, party time. F, festival. That's what I'm going with. They're still going off. There's still firecrackers going off.